catastrophe. It's like, where are the priorities from the United States right now?
Right.
Where are the priorities from NATO, which we'll get to right now? Because a few hours ago, something unbelievable happened. Something mysterious at first seemed to be unfolding in the Baltic Sea. Was it an accident? Russia's Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is set to deliver natural gas to Germany, suddenly began leaking, or did it? And then Danish authorities say it was destroyed. Holy shit. What? Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2, pipelines that deliver natural gas to Europe, to Germany?
I mean, this is the pipeline. We've been discussing this for months. This is the pipeline that's keeping affordable energy in all of Europe, that Europe has been freaking out and saying to Russia, please do not turn this off. We want to have a fight with you, but you need to keep the resources coming. So now there is a major leak, and seismologists are saying there was some disruptive event that they did not think was natural. Like, it wasn't attributable to an earthquake or some kind of other natural event.
And it happened simultaneously. So this is how German journalists this afternoon say the attack happened at the same time. Watch this as breaking news on Bloomberg, how this unfolded. Watch.
What do we know and what don't we know about the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 damage?
Yeah, so we know that things happened almost simultaneously. So we saw pressure dropping in both Nord Stream and Nord Stream 2 pipelines. And Nord Stream operators
simultaneously.
said that actually there is no clue. They cannot possible to say when flows can resume.
Yeah, because they're destroyed. They are destroyed. Just to paint a picture for you, I've spent most of my afternoon knee deep in like natural gas physics, which is not how I thought I would spend my afternoon.
I could make a fart joke about your being in natural gas, but
it's taco night. So Swedish authorities this afternoon said they saw explosions coming from the pipeline, and they released this video. This is from Swedish authorities. Look at this. So just take a look at this screen here. This is under the dark of night. Okay. This is using like, I guess it's like FLIR technology or whatever, like whatever, nighttime. So this was happening as we were waking up overnight, and you're going to get some different images here. They call it like the Great Eye, because we saw something similar to this. Look at the bubbling pouring out, right? Now, think about how many hundreds of square kilometers of wildlife and just absolute catastrophe that this is causing now. We saw something similar to this in the Gulf of Mexico, where it also then caught on fire. So they had all sorts of fire trucks that were literally water fire trucks. They're pouring as much water as they could to try to contain it. Fortunately, this one's not on fire. But nevertheless, this is what's happening right now. Unbelievable. Pipelines explosion. The Polish government is actively, here's what's so stunning to me, is that this afternoon, just a short time ago before we came on the air, the Polish government actively thanking the United States for attacking this pipeline. Here is the top Polish member of the European Parliament thanking the USA for this attack. Thank you, USA.
Oh, you just froze millions of people to death for this winter. You just sentenced millions to not being able to heat their homes. Thank you. We're so glad. Now we'll learn to chop wood, right?
Can you believe
or
this?
Something.
No, and you can't even chop wood in Germany because they're making sure that you're going to pay, they're like sanctioning you. And he goes on to say, again, this is Radoslaw Sikorski. He's the member of European Parliament from Poland, and he says this in Polish. He says, but then as we say in Polish, a small thing, but so much joy. He's literally gleeful about the destruction of a natural gas pipeline to Germany.
Also, he is no friend of sea creatures, clearly.
Right. I mean, so just to give you some physics behind this, the pressure dropped, and according to the Berliner Zeitung this afternoon, pressure dropped now in not only just in Nord Stream 2, it also happened in Nord Stream 1. This was no accident, clearly. I talked to ex-CIA analyst Larry Johnson earlier today. He said, barring that it's being an accident, clearly this was sabotage, clearly. And so does German newspapers and German press believe it was sabotage as well. And so do German authorities. Here's the Berliner Zeitung. Just a few hours after the gas leak on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, Nord Stream 1 now also reports massive problems. Both tubes are affected. The leak was noticed for the first time on Monday night. And according to the Nord Stream 2 operators, the pressure dropped, listen to this, from 105 bars to just 7. That is impossible. That is clearly, they say, a sign of sabotage. Because according to pipeline experts, a drop in pressure to 7 bars literally means that it's filled with seawater. Like there's not like a little leak and those little bubbles coming up. It's
now,
a
before
filled
the
with seawater.
West tells us that Russia did this in order to, turn off the gas, you can remember that they have the spigot. They could just turn it off if they wanted to do that, right? First of all, they built it. Second of all, this does cost them money. And third of all, they could have just turned it off. They didn't need to destroy anything.
Right. Again, and why would they? It makes zero sense.
No, it doesn't.
They spent billions of dollars, Russia did, to build this pipeline. Why in the... They, by the way, had that Nord Stream 2 pipeline filled with natural gas and ready to deliver to Germany. All they were waiting on was Olaf Scholz to give the go-ahead. That's it. But of course, under the pressure of the United States, they didn't flip it on. It never started flowing. And I said right here on this show, the moment that the Nord Stream 2 pipeline starts flowing to Germany, war over.